But I want to talk about the Prime Minister's announcement today after the meeting of the National Cabinet, where he seemed to offer the Australian people the thing we have all been calling for: a roadmap out of COVID-19, a sense of what the end game looks like. Coming out of National Cabinet, Mr Morrison announced a 4-phase pathway to transition Australia from its first phase of virus suppression to a 4th phase of life as it was pre-pandemic. Now, with each new phase to be triggered when Australia hits a threshold of vaccinated people. While the roadmap is very welcome, it unfortunately does not come with the necessary detail that is going to be decided. It doesn't even come close to providing the detail that is needed. In fact, that is going to be decided by a government committee and further consultations with medical experts. Unfortunately, the PM did not commit to any firm dates nor any firm targets for the 4-phase reopening plan. It all depends on the modelling from the coronavirus experts, on what level of vaccination is needed to keep serious illness and fatality rates very low, as well, of course, as the progress of the vaccine rollout hitting the target levels. So, while today was a positive step, I do think most Australians should feel pretty let down by their government. This wasn't a plan in the way most of us would understand a plan. This was more like a plan for a plan, or a plan to go out to consultation to get some information, which will ultimately be what we build a plan around. We're starting out on a journey, but we don't actually know when we're going to get there. We're not actually sure what the targets are, what the turning points are. But if we keep describing it as a plan, maybe people will think we have a plan. This was not a plan. It was a framework, a plan for a plan. It was not a plan. And here we are. This is the real tragedy of all this. Here we are, 18 months after the pandemic, COVID-19, first reached our shores. And we still have just 8% of the Australian population vaccinated, one of the lowest rates in the world. Here we are 18 months on, and we do not have an effective quarantine system. There have been no new purpose-built quarantine facilities constructed. And so today, the government had to announce that it is cutting the number of international arrivals. And here we are, 18 months on, and we still do not have an end game with any firm timelines or targets.